The river ran through the lives of our grandparents. It runs through our lives. It will run through the lives of our grandchildren. "2012 marks the 40th anniversary of the creation of Doyon Limited. To this day, Doyon continues to enhance its position as a financially strong Native corporation in order to promote the economic and social well-being of its shareholders and future shareholders, to strengthen the Native way of life, and to protect and enhance its land and resources." Under the 1971 Alaska Native Claims Settlement Act, Doyon was allocated 12.5 million acres and $54.4 million. Over the years, Doyon has accomplished much and faced challenges too. The corporation first reported a profit in 1975 with a net income of $400,000. 8 years later, in 1983, the corporation suffered a net loss of $21 million due to the failure of a refinery investment and construction company. Restructured in 1984, the company returned to profitability in 1985. The corporation established the Doyon Foundation in 1989 to provide educational and cultural opportunities to shareholders. Since that time, the foundation has awarded over $6.5 million in scholarships. In 1992, shareholders voted to enroll children and missed enrollees and give additional stock to elders. Doyon was the first corporation to do so among the 13 regional Native corporations. Later in 2007, shareholders voted to approve continuous open enrollment to qualified descendants and to grant an additional 100 shares to all original shareholders as they turned 65. 2011 marked the 27th consecutive year that Doyon has made a profit and the 24th consecutive year that it has provided a dividend to shareholders. The corporation now employs 2,800 individuals throughout the nation and operates for-profit companies in 4 major industries: oilfield services, government contracting, tourism, and natural resource development. It has adapted to changing economic times to remain strong and continue to grow as a successful company.
The future is the youth. The future now, our greatest resource is our youth. And we continue to build the partnerships and develop our resources, enhance our opportunities on our land, and look for those type of opportunities with partners that we trust, partners that have the same values our people do. Make sure that we don't lose the cultural aspect of it. Make sure that our inheritance and our traditions are balanced between today's economy and the past's fantastic wealth of knowledge and fantastic wealth of love and hope and encouragement that the elders gave us.
Doyon is now the 8th largest Alaskan-owned company in the state of Alaska. Its impact on the region and state is large in terms of jobs and revenue. The number of shareholders has grown from 9,061 in 1972 to now over 18,500 in 2012. Over 10,000 of Doyon's 18,500 shareholders are those born after 1971, or as they are known as, Class C shareholders. In the future, this group will make up the majority of Doyon's stakeholders and play a larger role in the growth of the corporation. Doyon's president and CEO, Aaron Shutt, is himself a Class C shareholder.
I'm very proud to be a Class C shareholder. We've been given a great gift by all the other shareholders, by the original shareholders. Doyon was one of the very first corporations to enroll Class C. And the original shareholders didn't have to do that. They wanted to include all of us born after 1971, and they went to great effort to do that. And that's what I mean by saying it's a great gift. We are included. We're a part of the Doyon family. We have all the opportunities as original shareholders.
I'm very fortunate to be a Class C shareholder. Doyon has a lot to offer, a lot of opportunities, and as far as scholarships and jobs, a lot of tools to lead to a healthy lifestyle. I'm very fortunate to be an employee of Doyon, one of Doyon's family of companies, Doyon Drilling. Started with them in May of 2005. I'm a motorman, which is basically maintenance, service the whole entire rig all day, keep track of fuel and water and everything. And my next step would be a driller, which should be coming soon, and that'd be my first supervising position. Moving up within the company has always been a goal of mine, what I wanted to do.
It's definitely important for our future and for future generations to become involved now when we're young, so that we can keep our corporation going in the right direction.
To be a shareholder, I think it's important because I learned about it a couple years ago, and having my 30 shares because I'm underage, and then when I turn 18 I'll get my 100 shares. But just being able to have that title and know that I have a spot and like it's recognized, even though I know it, like having other people recognize it too, I think is definitely important. And just not being an adult and having that title.
The river ran through the lives of our grandparents. It runs through our lives. It will run through the lives of our grandchildren. A dynamic force masked by a static constancy, the river will speak to those who listen. Our land speaks. Doyon values its relationship to the place of our people, to our land, our culture, our way of life. We value our place as a historical successor to our grandparents' ownership and stewardship of our land, as a fiduciary for our shareholders, as a trustee for our grandchildren's inheritance. We are intimately, subtly, and profoundly connected to our place. Our corporate values flow from this sense of place.